So welcome to my channel, Rima the Great. And on this channel, I'm going to be discussing all of my ins and outs and the things that I had to do in order to get me and my family up out of here. So soon, this backdrop is going to change, and I'm going to give y'all all of that and what that looked like. And if that starts with me just doing these little bit of videos, then that's where we're going to start at. So the first thing I had to do when starting my nonprofit was get clear on who I'm servicing, why I'm servicing them, and why that matters to me, right? So first thing I did was ask myself, who am I, right? I'm a parent, right? Where do I live? I live in the projects. I live in housing. What do I need? Money. When do I need it? Now. How do I want it? I want it I want it as quick as I can get it, right? And then I thought about it and I said, what else am I? Right? I'm a parent of children that's of ages that we call at risk. So I have a 14-year-old, I have a 17, well, she's 18 now, 18-year-old and a 24-year-old. And there's so much that the world is, doing. What do I want to do? I want to move out of this development. I want to move into a place where I can give them a better life. How can I do that with a minimal amount of money? So I was like, let me start studying content creation. Let me teach that. But who I'm teaching it to? Other parents that want to do the same thing, that want to have generational wealth, that want to get up out of the projects. So I started studying and I said, this is who I'm going to service. I'm going to service parents. So my nonprofit is called The Great, of course, right? Because it's after me, The Great Parents Club. So I hope you guys, just it's called The Great Parents Club. And that's my nonprofit. So the the second thing I had to do, starting this nonprofit was figure out who my board members was going to be. So I knew from gate that I don't want to have a wraparound service organization. I don't want to do that. I've had experiences with other organizations that did wraparound services, and it just didn't work right because they wasn't partnering with people. They were just trying to keep it all within themselves. I'm good at wraparound services. I'm pretty sure I can do all that social service work and et cetera, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to do none of that. And personally, I don't want to hire somebody to do that either. Like, I don't want to be in a position where I'm not, I don't know, maybe it's because I'm kind of in a controlling situation. But I don't want to be in a position where I have soft spots. You know what I mean? If I know how to do this thing, I want to stick to this thing. Like, this whole nonprofit is about creating economic stability for parents through creative means, right? Through creative and innovation and innovative means. That's what this nonprofit's about. So why would I make it about anything else when I have all of these other resources I can push out and pass people to? So creating my board members, earlier today I was told they're not your board members, they're your partners. Of course they're my partners, but there's people that I keep really close that I see in the community doing very similar work. And it's like, you know what? We all could come together and make this even better. They're parents, right? They know what they want. They know how it looks. So I'm like, all right, what can I do with this board? And I was like, each one of them have an organization or they're formulating something that somebody that might need to be referred to can go to. So I have like a DV division, right? I have a community engagement education department. I have a reentry department. I have a place where youth can go. Like, I can refer people out. I don't need them to all be under me. So I put a board team together that reflects that. Each one of my board members have their own thing that I can actually send people to. So it's kind of like being a hub, right? A middleman kind of. But I'm only focused on my economic stability through content creation. That's it. I don't want to focus on nothing else. That's it. So the third thing I had to do, right? Number 3. The third thing I had to do was figure out how I'm going to get money. How am I going to get money and invest it into this? So I teach grant literacy courses. I know how to find money. But where am I get money to really invest into this project? Somebody asked me earlier today, said, do any of your funders have money? I mean, your board members, do any of them have money? And I'm like, they got social status. And I was like, how can I fund this thing? So I said, let me start YouTubing. So hello, how you're watching this and you're helping me fund my project. Because that's exactly what we should be doing. We should be using money that we're making in passive income to fund things like this, right? So what is my funding strategy? What do I need? So the idea of it is to be able to host these events where I'm talking about YouTubing, where I'm talking about ebooking, where I'm talking about podcasting, and teaching them instructions on how to do it, right? And then in turn giving them a portable mic, right, and a ring light. This way that they can have something to start off with. And it's like, but where do you get the money for that? We just invested. So I hollered at a friend of mine. I was like, listen, I just found the mics that I want online for very cheap, right? I think I found them at like maybe 30 pieces for like $120. It was really cheap, like $5 a pop just for the mics. The ring lights were like another like $10 a pop. I was like, all right, that's $300. I said, all right, cool. So what do we need? We need about $500 investment, and I'm fine. Everything else is easy because I get to get all my printouts from the center that I'm going to be at. I can ask people to just chip in food and food items and snacks and waters. I can even bring your own food during the meeting. So my funding strategy is kind of working for me right now. Like, all right, we can do this. I got $500. And thanks to you guys watching this, I'll have more money too. So the the fourth thing I had to do was figure out my market and outreach. Like, how am I going to market this program and what is my outreach strategy for it? So it's kind of like doing math backwards. Like, have you ever did like a math problem? They told you do it backwards and you get it. Who is my target audience? My target audience is parents of youth that are at risk, right? At risk ages. So ask yourself, where do you go to find youth who are at risk? You go to programs like crisis management system programs, after school programs. You go to the school, you talk to like the parent coordinators, the parent teacher association. You talk to like everybody that deals with kids, any after school programs, anything. You talk to them. And in the process of talking to them, you pitch them. Listen, get your parents to sign up for this program. Get your parents to sign up for this program. Get your parents to sign up for this program. And of course, there's specifics on the parents. So it's like low income housing anywhere. And then you have to live in NYCHA. Like, I need my NYCHA folks to just be stepped up a little bit. Like, what's up? Let me help you out as I'm helping myself. Let's help each other. Come up with me, right? I don't get to go alone. I want to go together. You feel me? So you have like, you have that already as a criteria. And you're like, hey, listen, if you have any parents that might fit this criteria that's interested in this program, let me know. Have them sign out. Have them pre-register. So like my outreach and strategy is all about doing it opposite. I'm not looking for the parent. I'm looking for where the youth might be at, and then I'll find the parent, right? Connecting with the local police department to see if, and I know that sounds crazy, but they have a lot of referrals and they refer parents all the time for their kids to get services. So why wouldn't they not refer their parent to get services, especially if this is something that they feel, which they should, right? They feel could be a need, especially when you have a low income home, right? Like, you can't really do a lot of things. And I'll go back into that another time. But anyway, what I'm saying is this is how I plan on doing my outreach. I plan on doing it a little backwards. So I'm going to find the kids, and then I can find the parents. And then my cohorts will consist of maybe about 15 to 20 people at max. And that's how I'm going to do my cohorts. So the fifth piece of the creation of this, I had to think about how is it going to self-sustain? I've been around a lot of different organizations, and I've watched people ask for money, get money, and then they can't keep up with it, so they're asking for more money. And I always relate it to a story very similar to this. Let's say you have a little sister, a little brother, right? And your little sister brother asks you for $100 on a Tuesday. and then you give them the $100 because you love them, and then a week later they ask you for another $100 on another Tuesday, and they ask you another time for another $100 on another Tuesday. And by that third time, you're like, hold on, I just gave you $300. Like, what are you doing with this money I'm giving you? Like, are you not investing it properly? And they like, nah, I just need food. Like, you got me. When you are a nonprofit and you go to a funder and they give you the 20,000, 10,000, 5,000, 100, whatever it is, they want to see how you're going to build that into your structure so that it can either continue, right? Or you can show them something that says they should invest more money into it. So if your family member came to you and said, hey, I need $100, you give it to them. A month later, they're like, listen, I'm really going through a little bit. I need another 100, but I'm getting money in a couple of days and I should be really good. Is it possible? You're going to be like, yeah, because they took that first 100 and they invested it. They did what they needed to do with it. And that's the idea, right? So like, what was my sustainability? So what I found out was that you can have a membership as a nonprofit. So I was like, well, what can I give and offer these parents as a membership? And because they're making money now, they should be in a space where they want to make more money than what they have after these classes. My membership will consist of online courses around content creation. It will consist of blogs. It will consist of like free webinars that I'll host with other folks that are in this kind of field. And I'm like, I can charge a couple of dollars, little $20 here, there, and put it back into the program. So for everybody that's a part of the membership, their membership fees will go right back into buying content kits for the parents and new cohorts. So it just feeds itself. Hence sustainability. Hello. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And I hope you got something out of it. And these are my top 5s. Possibly tomorrow if I feel like posting, because I don't know, I'm trying to figure this whole post life out, right? Like, I be wanting to walk down the block and talk to y'all, but I be feeling like I look weird. These are like real thoughts about me posting. I'm like, but I do this content thing all the time. I just don't do long form. Like, I'm trying to do this long form thing for y'all. Give me 60 seconds, baby. Give me 60 seconds and I got y'all. But I want to say thank y'all for watching the video. I hope that it was helpful. If it was, please in the comments below, tell me about some of the challenges that you have or have had and have overcome when starting your nonprofit. Let everybody know who you are. Where can we follow you on social media? Where can we follow your nonprofit? Let's use these platforms as networking spaces, all right? And if I can subscribe, I'll subscribe to you as long as you subscribe to me. So don't forget to hit the button and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you soon. Deuces.